Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video where it is combo time again. This time it is the Bloodletter and Rush of Dread combo. It's a very simple combo. Bloodletter is a 4 mana 2/4 with flying. It says if an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. And Rush of Dread is a spree card that costs 3, and then one of the modes is you pay an extra 2, so 5 in total. Target opponent loses half their life rounded up. Because they lose half their life, this is then doubled by Bloodletter, so they lose all their life rounded up. Doesn't matter how much life they have, whether it's 20, 100, 5, they will die. So the idea is you get a turn 4, play Bloodletter, hopefully it survives. Turn 5, you have the extra land, and then you just play this for 5. There is another sort of mini combo in there. So we have Insatiable Avarice, which is another spree card, which you can pay 3 in total for target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. Usually you play this on yourself because drawing cards is good. But obviously if you've got Shouldred in play, this will cause them to lose 9 life, which is kind of half their life. And then that would double up to 18, so maybe not a one-hit kill with Bloodletter, but if they have under 10 life and you've got a Shouldred, just cast Insatiable Avarice on them, or not even under 10 life. 10 life works because this will do them for 11, and then on their turn they will draw unless they have removal. Rest of the deck is we have a very slight crime theme. We have Vadmir. Whenever you commit a crime, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and if he has 4 or more counters, it has Menace and Lifelink, which is a good way to get back some life and getting some damage. So we have Cut Down, Bitter Triumph, which destroys targets and creatures and planeswalkers. Deep Cavern Bat to get into opponent's hands, also a crime. Go for the Throat. Shouldred's Edict is a bit of a numbo because it doesn't commit a crime, but it's a great way to deal with, say, indestructible creatures or bigger creatures that Cut Down can't deal with. We also have Case of a Skeleton. It's a case, so when it ATBs, you create 2/1 black skeleton creature with Suspect. To solve it, you control no suspected skeletons, so if it dies, or maybe you can remove it yourself. And then once it is solved, you can pay 2 to search your library for a card, put your hand and shuffle. So we have this in case we need to find out one of our combo pieces. And then rounding out the deck, we have Path to Peril, 3 mana, destroy all creatures of mana value 2 or less. This is mostly for Mono Red and Boros to clean up all their small creatures. You can cleave it for 6 to destroy all creatures, but we don't play any white mana, so we never do that. As for the mana base, pretty standard. 20 swamps, a couple of Takanumas. This can let us get creatures back from the graveyards, so great if they have if your opponent has removed a Bloodletter. So you can get back and cast it again. Then 2 Mistress Foundry, just if we need an extra blocker or an extra attacker. That is the deck. It's a pretty simple combo, and I think the video will be quite quick this week because a lot of games are quite short. You either have it or you don't, and you can grind out some victories, but as we'll see in the wrap up, sometimes it doesn't always go to play. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. We have an okay hand, a lot of removal, so we need to draw into our Rush of Dread and Bloodletter. But Carevac can allow us to replay things from the graveyard. Up against another maybe mono black deck. Sure, it looks like a crime deck. I will get rid of their Blood Hustler. And then let's get into their hand. Obviously, they're going to have a lot of removal, being a crime deck. Sure, let's take... Doesn't really matter. It's going to get removed. We also need to draw some additional land. Well, as a Bloodletter, we have no mana land to play, which is very annoying. I'd rather they use their removal on my smaller creatures and when they haven't got any crime payoffs out. I'm hoping they use to shoot the sheriff. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Wow, we've got the combo pieces, but no land. We do have 2 go for the throats. Oh, there's a land. We'll play out Kervok. So the question is, do they have removal for the Bloodletter? There wasn't a stick there, so I think not. We still do need an additional land. Maybe I should have held off playing the Bloodletter until we drew it. But there is the land. Yeah, so that's the combo. Even with, well, our opponent didn't really do anything. They seemed to be a crime deck, but only played 1 crime payoff. So, don't know what they were doing. That's the combo. We did brick out for a bit, but we got there in the end. Let's move on. Well, we've got the combo and a bit of removal. We still need 3 more lands. So let's hope we can draw into those. We will discard Bloodletter. Well, there's one of the lands. And there's another land. We're getting there. But again, they seem to be on a crime deck, so I imagine they will have a fair bit of removal. Well, right, there's Rush of Dread, I suppose, gone. So we do need to find our combo piece again. I'll discard a land. Sure, let's just get rid of their miner. They'll be able to get it back pretty easily. That's a good draw. I was wondering if I should wait another turn, see if we drew a land. Which we would have done, but that way we could guarantee we got Rush of Dread. Right, let's get into their hand, see what they've got. There is a stick, so I'm guessing they've got removal, but we'll still see their hand if they use it. Yep. So ideally, we need another Bloodletter as well. Get rid of the go for the throat. And draw another go for the throat. Well, shouldered is a target for their go for the throat. A playable magic card would be good. Another Insatiable Avarice would be good. That way we could tutor a Bloodletter and a Rush of Dread to the top. So they're playing more of a outlaw crime deck. I think I have to go play the Bloodletter just to get a blocker in. Wow. I imagine it dies. I'm gonna have to block. What the hell? We've drawn 9 lands. Yeah, and we are dead. We just flooded out massively there. That was, and in fact, you know, we even milled another land as well. That was a bit ridiculous. Let's move on. We've got an okay hand. Remove with cut down, get into the hand with Deep Cavern Bat, and then we've got one part of the combo. Against a Simic deck, this may be the Doppelgang deck, which looks to copy. I say it looks to copy all their ping lands, but this might be very similar to the desert deck we played last week. Well, we've got the combo. We just need one more land, which hopefully we can draw with. Yep, we do. Swing in. Let's play the swamp. Let's get the Bloodletter down. Now, if this is the same as the deck that we played, they don't have much removal. Yep. So that's game over. Play a land. Rush of Dread. And there we go. Combo again. Let's move on. Well, we've got one part of the combo. No rule removal apart from Path of Peril, but we can draw with Insatiable Avarice, even though we do need another swamp. Let's give it a go. Hopefully we don't get run over, but we can get to turn 3. And maybe Path of Peril or something. not seen Evolving Wilds in a long time. They get a swamp. An island, sorry. Hopefully they... Well, we will draw 3. There's the Bloodletter. We need to discard a card, so we will discard a Case of a Stashed Skeleton. So they're on a Zombies deck. Obviously they may have removal for the Bloodletter. But if they do, we can get another one with Insatiable Avarice. Yep. What we'll do, we'll Path of Peril to clear the board. Because we're about to take a big hit. No, not Rush of Dread. Path of Peril, that's the one we wanted. And let's see what they've got in their hand. Let's take the creature. We do have to worry about negate. But we do have 2 Rush of Dreads. I'm going to get down Sheoldred. What we'll do is we'll get back our Bloodletter. See if they want to counter this. They do. I'm fine with that. And then we can get down the Bloodletter. Ooh. What we could do it would help if I selected the correct mode. You may go for the Insatiable Dread win. I'm hoping they play yes. Right, let's pick the correct one this time. And I want to get out the bat, essentially just as a blocker. They... There we go. Probably could have done it a turn earlier, but I just wanted to be safe. So that is the other combo that this deck can do. Sheoldred plus Insatiable Avarice causes them to lose 9 life, which is, you know, almost half their life anyway. So let's move on. Well, we have the combo, no removal, but we can get into their hand, and we go first. We do need to draw one more land, but that never really seems to be an issue. Up against an Azorius deck. Path of Peril is a okay draw. It will kill our Deep Cavern Bat. So they do have quite a bit of removal. I'll take Get Lost. Obviously they can lay down arms. Yeah. So we're probably going to need another Bloodletter. Or we play Sheoldred. I'm sure that will get removed. Now we don't have any white mana in our deck to cleave Path of Peril. Well, we got rid of 2 removal spells, which is not great, but... another land. Rush of Dread's okay. We can cause them to discard half their hand. I'm happy taking a hit because then we can Path of Peril to clear those tokens. So let's Path of Peril. And let's swing in. We can't afford to get them to discard just yet. That's going to be a problem. Insatiable Avarice would be really good right about now. That is not it. So we have... We won't be able to do everything. Can we? 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we can. We can take a hit. If we draw an untapped land, which all our lands are, then we can do the combo in one turn. Yeah, and I think we really need that then. We need the land. Otherwise, we are smushed. Because our next entry will just... Oh, it can't... Well, actually, this wins as well. Now, unless they have removal, which they do not. Yeah, I mean, it just shows the power of Sheoldred, really. Good result, you know, next turn they were going to smush us for a lot, over 100, I think. So let's move on. Well, we've got Vadmir, which is good because that can pump up. Problem is, Path to Peril destroys it, which is not great, but I suppose let's see what we draw into and what we're up against. Because obviously the chance is Vadmir just gets removed straight away. Which he does. Oh, or not. Oh, up against Boros? Well, let's get into their hand and see what we're dealing with. Well, that takes out of... wow. I don't know why they didn't play the Virtuoso, unless they were waiting to be able to protect it. But let's take that. See, they were looking for a land, which they found. There's the Bloodletter. That's an okay draw. Oh, they're about a one hit killers. Maybe I should have kept something back on defense. That's annoying as well. I think we're just about to be run over. Obviously, we will be chumping with the Sheoldred, but that probably won't be enough. Well, we've got the combo, but if they have, well, they don't have a protection spell, that's good, but they do get another are we just dead? Monstrous Rage? Yeah. Yeah, well, that was unfortunate. Let's move on. Hello Magic fans, welcome back to the wrap up. As you can see, we played 14 games with this deck with a 42% win rate, which isn't great, but as you can see from the chart, we actually started off incredibly strong. We went 3-0 after 3 games, and then even after 7 games we had an 80, I think that's like 4% win rate, which is really, really high. But then we just basically lost loads of games in a row. Some of them were due to bricking out. Some of the early games, I think there's an early game we lost, which we in our first 20 cards we drew 9 of our lands, and our opponent even milled a land as well. So it was a case of we just drew too many lands. But then in our last stretch, it was the opposite. There was one game, I think we had Bloodletter and Sheoldred in open hand and 3 mana, and it was like towards like turn 7 that we drew the 4th land, at which point you're just too far behind. You know, the deck works well when you can Bloodletter turn 4, Rush of Dread turn 5. You can grind it out a bit, especially with Sheoldred and a few other cards, but when it gets to the stage where your opponent's got like 7, 8, 9 lands and you've got 4, you're on defense all the time. You're trying to remove their threats, and you can't even go, well, I'll play Bloodletter and hope he survives for next turn. I think if I was going to do the deck again, there's instant cards in black that basically say whenever the next time this creature dies this turn, bring it back. I think I'll put a few of those in, and that way if you need to play Bloodletter late and you have one of those in your hand, if they remove it, you can get it back and then hope for the next turn Rush of Dread. So that's I'll probably do that. Maybe take out Vadmir and put in a few other removal cards. Maybe March of Wretched Sorrows. I really like March because it lets you pay X to deal damage and gain life, which is a great way to stabilize. But yeah, it was a fun deck, and when it worked really well, and a lot of the games you would have seen are really quick because of that. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed playing it, and if you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.